Hi everyone, so cheating is one of the biggest reasons that couples go to couples counselling for. I've worked with many couples over the years where cheating has been the main issue that they're in counselling, and I've been cheated on myself. Probably what I can think of is probably at least 2 times where I've known for a fact that the person has cheated and where they're admitted to it. So I just want to give you 6 common reasons. Now these are not like the only reasons, and because I've never cheated myself, I'm not like an expert in it in terms of knowing what the real reasons are, but these are just some of the things that I believe are the reasons people cheat. The first one is that they intentionally want to sabotage the relationship. They want the relationship to end. They almost want to be found out, but they can't come out and just say, I don't want to be with you anymore. So cheating is their way of, in a way, they're hedging their bets, because they're saying, well, if I get found out from cheating, then it will be over anyway, and I don't really care because I want it to be over. So it's kind of like a self-sabotage thing. That's why sometimes when people cheat with someone's friend or their family member, or they cheat in places where they know they're going to be caught, especially people in small towns where they know that people are going to see them around with another person. I've heard of people cheating in front of like their children, which is just a bit, I mean, you know, you take the child with you to when you go and cheat, and that's they know deep down they're going to get found out. So people who cheat for those reasons, I think, are self-sabotaging. They want it to come out, but they just can't end the relationship. The second one is a lack of respect for your partner. If you have respect, because there's love, there's trust, there's respect. If you respect the person you're with, you respect them enough to say, this isn't working, or I don't want to be in this relationship. You know it's going to hurt the person. You know it's going to be painful, but you do it because out of respect for them, you know that cheating on them isn't the right thing to do. So if you don't have that level of respect where it's really high, I'm not saying that you have no respect for the person, because most people have to have some level of respect to be in the relationship. But if your respect level is high, then it's just not something you're going to do. So I can only speak for myself. If I'm dating someone and I've committed to that and I've made the decision I want to be with that person, there's no reason why I need to cheat or would cheat, because if it wasn't working and if I met someone else who I felt more connection with, then I would leave the person that I'm with, and that would be a respect thing, because I'd say, well, they don't deserve to be cheated on. And also, if I know that it's not working and I'm attracted to another person, then why am I even in the relationship? So I think, yeah, if you respect the person you're with, you won't cheat. The third one is a lack of self-discipline and control. So cheating is an action and it's a behavior. Now, it doesn't matter if you're drunk, it doesn't matter if someone's coming on to you, it doesn't matter if that person makes the first move, it doesn't matter if that person is offering sex to you, or if that person you work with them every day, or any of these temptations are part of life. You don't have to be in a relationship. It's not like a hostage situation. So if you're a grown adult person and you're making a choice that you want to be in a relationship, and you've both agreed that it's a committed relationship and it's exclusive, then it comes down to self-discipline, because you're going to see all these temptations, but you're going to say, well, that's not what I'm choosing, because the reason I'm not choosing that is because I've already chosen this, like that person. And this is not a judgment on people. I don't want people to think that I'm judging, because I've worked with couples, and if they want to come together and work around the cheating and they want to get through it, I'd never judge anyone for whether they stay in a relationship when cheating has happened. I don't judge the person who's cheated, but I'm just talking about some of the reasons. If you have respect and you have self-discipline, what you say is that the grass might be greener, or there's loads of people at this bar right now all wearing next to nothing, or when I'm at work every day spending loads of time with my colleague, she looks good or he looks good, but you still don't do it regardless, because you just say to yourself, that's not the type of person I am. I've got self-discipline, I've got control. The fourth one is an opportunity. So maybe you've been traveling around the country going on business trips and you just feel lonely, and that's still not a reason. But if an opportunity presents itself, maybe you've been at the bar all night with one of your colleagues, and so usually you wouldn't be in that situation, usually you wouldn't do that, but you say, well, this is a one-off, I don't usually do this type of thing, but I'm going to do it. Same as if maybe your wife or your husband has gone away on holiday for a few weeks, and someone phones you up, an ex or a friend of yours. So people who are being an opportunist and cheating under those circumstances usually just happens spontaneously, and it's similar to the one that the fourth reason, which is the selfish act and being impulsive, thinking in the moment, thinking about your needs. You know, that comes under the same as opportunity. So if there's an opportunity that arises and right then you just feel horny, or right then it might not even be sexual cheating, it could be emotional cheating, you just need someone to talk to, you just need what you need, then for some people, they're just going to take that opportunity. They're not thinking about their wife or their husband at that point. They're not thinking about consequences. They're not thinking about tomorrow at that point. They're just saying, right now, this is what I need. I'll think about it later. And that's why with people, when they cheat under those circumstances, there's loads of guilt, and they'll either tell their partner straight away because the guilt is too much, or they'll tell their counsellor, or they'll just can't live with it. But that's why, like, sometimes it's about reflecting and saying to yourself, I know that this is what I'm saying that I need, but this is not really what I need right now. What I need to do instead is A, B, or C. And the final one is getting the buzz and the thrill. Some people actually get a buzz and a thrill out of the fact that it's a secret. You're cheating and you're the only one that knows. You know, it's the fact that when people are cheating, you know, by having sex in the car at lunchtime, you know, or they're going off to a hotel. You know, I still don't get the idea of paying for a hotel to cheat. You know, I don't know, there's just something about that. And also the fact that you're going to have to pay things in cash, or I don't know, someone might see you. There's loads of reasons, but for people, that's the buzz of it. The idea of, oh, we might get caught, but maybe we won't. Oh, well, if we have sex in the car park, someone might go past. It's all about the buzz, the person is not thinking about the consequences. The person is not thinking about their real life. It's almost like to them, they're stepping out of the reality of what's happening, and they're saying, this is different. This is like, it's like when that website that opened up, Madison, was it called Madison something, which was specifically for people who wanted to cheat on their partners. That was the whole reason that got so many people joining, because they could cheat in secret until obviously things got spilt, and then confidentiality went out the window. But sometimes I think the thing to think about is, if you know why you get to know yourself and understand yourself and how you operate as a person, if you become self-aware, then anything you do, you'll know why you're doing it. So you won't then have people that say things like, it just happened, or I don't know what happened, or that's not like me. You'll know that the reasons behind it, maybe it was that you wanted to sabotage the relationship, maybe it was just the opportunity was there, maybe it was your needs needed to be met, maybe it was the buzz. Whatever it is, I think the more you get to know yourself and understand yourself, the more you'll understand why you did what you did. So there's some of the reasons. There's probably a lot more reasons. There's a few that I just thought about, but I'm not going to just add lots of things on. Let me know what you guys think. Why do you think are the main reasons people cheat on their partner? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thanks for watching. Bye.